Hi boys and girls, this is the lesson 4 problem set, and I'm going to be flipping back and forth between the actual problems and our number line because we're going to use the number line to be solving these time problems. So let's take a look at problem number 1, and the directions say use a number line to answer problems 1 through 5. We're going to do these problems together, and then you will have a good guide for how you can do your homework questions. So Cole starts reading at 6:23 p.m. He stops at 6:49 p.m. How many minutes does Cole read? Now, you can go ahead and draw your number line here, just like that. We start over here at 6 o'clock and make all of our tick marks for our time, counting by fives. 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and our next hour that we get to is 7 o'clock, 60 minutes. The problem tells us that Cole starts his reading at 6:23. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to change the color just so that you can see my point. So we go to 6:20, and then I'm going to count by ones to get to 23. 21, 22, 23. And I'm going to plot my point in a different color just so you can see it. So that is 6:23. He stops at 6:49. So if we go to 45, we can then make our tick marks for the ones, 6:46, 6:47, 6:48, 6:49, and there's the time that he stops. So we need to figure out how many minutes it took him, or how many minutes he was reading. Well, we're at 23, 24, 25. So right there is 2 minutes, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to count by fives. So if we go, we're at 2 minutes, 5 more is 7 minutes, 5 more is 12 minutes, plus 5 more is 17 minutes, plus 5 more is 22 minutes, whoops, 22 minutes, and now we have to count by ones, 23, 24, 25, 26. So Cole was reading for 26 minutes. Number 2, Natalie finishes piano practice at 2:45 p.m. After practicing for 37 minutes, she finishes at 2:45 after practicing for 37 minutes. What time did Natalie's practice start? I'm going to flip over to this number line, and if you wanted to do this on your number line template, you can write the numbers and then on the number line and then put it in your whiteboard protector. So Natalie finished practicing at 2:45. So I'm going to mark, we have 2 o'clock here. 60 minutes would be the next hour, 3 o'clock. So she stopped practicing at 2:45. So I'm going to put my point right there. She practiced for 37 minutes. So what we can do, we need to find the starting time. So we're going to start at 45 and count backwards until we get to 37 minutes. So we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, and now we need to make tick marks, 36, 37. So right there, and 10, if we count back from 10, 9, 8, she started at 2:08 p.m. So that's what we will put on our line, 2:08. Again, if you need to stop the video, please do so. Let's look at number 3. Genevieve works on her scrapbook from 11:27 a.m. to 11:58 a.m. How many minutes does she work on her scrapbook? Well, I'm going to go over here again, and I'm going to erase this. Okay. So she worked on it from 11:27 to 11:58. So let's first plot our times that we have. We have 11 o'clock here. The next hour would be 12 o'clock. She started at 11:27. So here's 25. I'm going to make tick marks for 26, 27. And then she stopped at 11:58. So here's 55, 56, 57, 58. Mark our times here so that we remember. How many minutes does she work on her scrapbook? So we're going from 11:27, 20, 28, 29, 30. So that's 3 minutes to get to the 30. So 3 minutes, and then we can count by fives. 3 minutes plus 5 is 8 minutes. Plus 5 is 13, plus 5 more is 18, plus 5 more is 23, plus 5 more is 28, 29, 30, 31. So she worked for 31 minutes. Let's take a look at number 4. Nate finishes his homework at 4:47 p.m. after working on it for 38 minutes. What time did Nate start his homework? So I'm going to flip over to my number line here and let me erase our last problem. Okay. So Nate finished at 4:47. So our hour is 4 o'clock, and the next hour, oh, my pen stopped working, is 5 o'clock. So he finishes at 4:47. So let's 45, and then we make tick marks, 46, 47. So 4:47 is when he stopped working after having worked for 38 minutes. So I'm going to try something different here. I'm going to count 1, 2 to get to 45, and then I'm going to add 10. So 1, 2 plus 10 is 12 minutes, plus another 10 is 22 minutes, plus another 10 is 32 minutes, and now I'm getting close to 38, so I'm going to go by fives. So 32 plus 5 more minutes is 37, so I need to go 1 more to get to 38 minutes. And this time is 1 minute before 4:10. So he started at 4:09. So we're going to write 4:09 p.m. We're going to skip number 5 for now. We're going to go to number 6. Now, I think that on your paper, these lines might be hard to see. So I'm going to fill in so that you can see where, I'm going to try to fill in so you can see where it's pointing. So this minute hand right here is pointing to the second minute after the 7. And this one is pointing at the line, the minute right after the 11. So this time on this clock is 7, because the hour hand is between the 7 and 8. And 6 I know is 30 minutes. 7 is 35. So one more is 36. And this clock over here says 7. I know that the 11 is 55, plus one more would be 56. So we need to figure out how many minutes are between those two times. I'm sorry, this one over here, I'm so sorry, is 7:37, because it's 2 lines after. So let's see. We could go 1, 2, 3, and now count by 5s. So I'm going to come over here and count by 5s. We have 3 plus 5 more minutes is 8. 8 minutes plus 5 more is 13. Plus 5 more minutes is 18. Plus 1 more minute is 19. So the answer to the question is 19 minutes. Boys and girls, you can also find the elapsed time by subtracting the ending minutes by the beginning minutes. So we could do 56 minus 37, and we would get 19. If you want to show your cross-offs, you could count back. There's many different ways you could do it, but you can also subtract the ending minutes by the beginning minutes. Boys and girls, you're going to continue your work with some homework problems. Use these problems as a guide and a help as you're completing your homework problems. Good luck!